Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlethens, and everywhere in between, welcome back to another episode of the LSF Podcast. Mr. Z,
Sorry.
take it away.
Who are you?
Okay.
Unironically, we have like an entire arc of fans that we picked up from the subathon who have literally never seen you on the show before.
I have missed maybe a few podcasts in a row. Maybe 3, maybe
10 in a
4.
row? Who's counting?
Well, I don't know about that.
Hey, you got to make it an even 10.
It was
Right.
funny that it was an even 10.
Look, I'm a busy guy. I've got stuff to do. Who am I? First of all, if you were here from Evan Gao, I've met Evan Gao and you haven't. So that's something about me. Let's see. My big thing is that I play Scrabble. So if you're new and you don't like Scrabble, then you can unsubscribe.
So based and true. If you don't like Scrabble, why are you even on the LSF channel?
Known for our
really
wide
true.
array of Scrabble content.
Yeah, I mean, some of us took part and commentated on Stan's tournament that he organised, so...
Right.
100% stages.
I don't know if okay. Apparently, by the way, Stans was telling me the other day that that's like one of his most successful videos. Like that video popped off because he lied and said that he organized the tournament himself.
Yeah, well, Stan's was definitely lying to you, because that video did not pop off.
Well, okay.
Funnily enough, people
Anyway,
weren't fiending for Stan's Scrabble content, unfortunately.
Remember when
Yeah,
Stan
I
thought it was a different tournament?
He thought it was
I
Babel,
do
yeah.
remember when Stans thought it was a different tournament. Well, that's reasonable because I did invite him to participate in a Babel tournament. That never ended up happening. Like right around the same time that I invited him to participate in the Scrabble tournament.
Ah, okay.
So he's justified in thinking that, although it was still a little bit spoonish of him. Anyway, yeah, I'm back, better than ever, and I'm ready to pass the hell out of this pod.
And at no point
Yeah.
did you say what your name was.
Oh right. Well, I feel like, right.
It goes without saying.
It does go without saying.
To be fair, his name is on the screen.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, my
all the
name is on
world.
the
Like, what about the
screen.
audio listeners?
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I've been
Wait.
saying.
We have.
We do
audio
cater this
listeners?
podcast specifically to our audio listeners.
Yeah.
We definitely don't
Yeah.
have a video portion in the center of every podcast.
We don't post this on Spotify or Apple Music, right?
No, we just
we do
upload
not
it
know.
without the video sometimes.
I am the Truthmane on Twitch. Underscore.
So yeah, welcome to
Yeah.
episode 12 of the LSF Podcast.
True. Yeah, honestly, we have not had everyone together since episode 7, which is very funny. But getting that out of the way. Who cares that Lioneagle's been gone for like a month? Who cares that Truthmane's been gone for like 2 months? Fucking Curly got his ass blocked today, and I'm tired of this man's foolishness.
Wait, blocked by who? You?
Me, fuck Curly.
What did he do?
So we were talking about my small dick, and he sent me.
Yeah, we were.
He sent me like a picture of Pocky, and I was like, I know what fucking Pocky is. And he was like, you have no idea how far I had to scroll to find like a GIF of like Pocky, the Japanese like candy treat snack, whatever you want to call it, because all of the GIFs were Pokimane. And then he started sending me just like hypersexualized GIFs people have made of Pokimane, and I was like, Curly, fucking stop it. And then he continued to send me more, and I was like, if you send me one more, I'm gonna fucking block you. And then he sent me like Bazinga, pumpkin spice season, breakfast burrito, yum yum, and it's a cat on a breakfast burrito in space, and then 2 Big Bang Theory ones in a row. So I fucking blocked him.
Blocked his ass.
Yeah. I implore you in your free time just to go into the GIF section on Discord and just type in POKI and just look at the first 3.
I will
Actually,
say,
crazy.
I've done that quite a few times.
Yeah,
For reference,
and-
there's the 2. Well, there's the first 2 that I sent Z for not the people on the podcast, but hey.
That's yeah. This
Those
is,
are both.
Ryan, you
great,
can go ahead and
really.
put
I
these
don't
in
understand
post.
the
actually no.
edge
I'm gonna go and put them in general of the LSF Discord. So if you want to see these gifs,
Oh,
go to the LSF Discord.
so
Actually,
true.
so true.
I will say when I last year I was playing a lot of Minecraft, you know, that game. And I had a friend who was a huge Pokemon fan, and ended up spending 3 or 4 months building like the largest size of map that you can do in Minecraft of a picture of Pokemon.
Wow.
Now I know what I'm doing on the SM Pound server.
You know, and at the time I made fun of him for it, but you know, at this point I kind of understand it and respect it.
You gotta respect the Gristle.
I do respect the Grussel. He was right for that.
They're really bad. Some of them are like ridiculously like deep cut. Like how sad you have to be to get these screenshots. And it's
The one that Z's posted.
yeah, the one that Z posted.
That was great.
Yeah, that one's not going in the normal
Yeah,
LSF. That one makes me
it's
feel
long.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. And well, to be fair, I did send them back to Z, and after that, then a
God
few
damn
people-
Oh well, now to be fair, the loop on that one's quite a long time. She did a lot of that work herself with that one.
That's very true.
Simon just commented in general, are you all okay?
Better than okay. We're sending those gifts. Good old Simon, the unofficial member.
Oh,
Be
Truthmane,
honest, I
one sec,
have no
Truthmane, you don't know
idea
who Simon is?
Yeah, no clue who this guy is. All I know is that he doesn't have the Truthmane role, so I'm not.
Well, he's never seen you on anything.
Yeah, he doesn't
Well,
know
maybe
who you
you
are.
should. Maybe you should put the role. You get the role, and then
He doesn't have my role either. He has everyone bar me and you, and he knows who I am.
He probably only has
I mean,
mine and
look, I
Jodie's
would-
role because we never go live, so it's like he'll never notice it.
He's forgot to turn it off.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah.
Line
Is
of
he
news
like
screen share,
our
please.
one fan?
Simon is our number one fan. Yes.
I'm
that's
Simon's number
that's
one
cool.
fan.
Yeah, we all love Simon. There's actually Simon is in more podcast thumbnails than you.
Are you serious?
Well, it's kind of true.
Simon
Actually,
does have a thumbnail podcast.
I feel like I've got at least a couple, but
ways.
whatever.
I'm pretty sure you don't. There's one. can't remember
Jody's
what
also never been in a thumbnail, I don't think.
Let me see. Let me go to the channel.
Simon looks like a fun,
Okay.
wholesome young lad.
Simon's very nice. Simon is podcast 14. He's in that thumbnail. His namesake is
Gotcha.
at least. Truthmane is
Oh.
none.
Oh, that's a little messed up.
I don't think we've had a Jodie one yet either, have we?
We have
We have not, no. I
This
was
is a
thinking
chance.
for the thumbnail of this one, since Lioneagle went to America, I want you to Photoshop your face over Stan from American Dad and do like the fucking salute with like the American flag in the background.
Perfect.
Have you seen the American Dad speedrun video?
Yeah, I love that
course.
video so much.
It's such a
No.
classic video.
Oh, it's
dude.
so good. It's like a summon insult style video for the American Dad video game for the opening cutscene.
Yeah, except there is no American Dad video game.
Yeah, people
It's-
have just like
it's a
edited together the
completely
cutscene.
parodic
Yeah.
video. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Newspaper skip is the funniest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Newspaper skip is so good.
Yeah. If I implore anyone who's watching this to go check out. It's not that long of a video. Go check it out and then come back to the podcast. It's a good one. Not you though, Curly. Stay.
Sorry, BRB.
You can't do that and the podcast and grinding WoW.
And actually, I'm also at work. So
He's on the clock. What? Notice the Z. When did you shave your head? I haven't seen it in a while.
oh my god.
So not only are you not on the podcast, you also just don't watch our content. Crazy. So I took a trip to St. Louis where I met up with Connell Jonold, Cants, The Veil, Sheep for Hire, and Logic Defender. And we just shaved my head on the Veil stream.
That's like a white boy anime convention.
It was, in fact, the Stans fan meetup. Stans had like joked with Veil that he would fly out, and then we all gave him shit that he didn't fly out.
Would have been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's too bad. I guess you could have invited me, but I don't know.
Yeah, you were gonna
Probably
come out to
busy that
fucking
day,
St. Louis,
right?
Missouri.
I was probably busy. It's like no big deal.
Yeah,
You could have
also,
went to the casino and had drinks with the boy. Oh,
It was so funny going to the bar with Connell because like none of us really got ID'd, but like Connell got ID'd every single time.
How old is she? Is she
He's
of
21.
age?
Yeah.
The fact
He
that
doesn't
even
look
though even though he told us he was 21 to our face in the last podcast, I still don't believe it. I still think he's like 17.
Connell gets ID'd for like
is his
a
real name?
12-rated movie.
If he
What's-
was in the UK,
what's
we
his,
get an ID for Monster Energy.
Yeah. To be fair, I got ID'd for Monster Energy when I was like 23.
Monster
I was
age
like,
restriction
don't-
in the UK.
They were like, "Oh, it's challenge 25," and I was like, "Yeah, but you have to be 16 to drink it. So why does it?" Like...
Well, we had to be 16, so they can ID you to buy energy drinks in
Yeah,
the
but
UK.
yeah, like there was a weird point where it was like you have to be 16, but also you have to look over 25, or you will get ID'd.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, those
Classic
those,
UK shenanigans.
those classy 9 years where you look exactly the same.
So true. Yeah. If you look at my
I'm right in there.
my whatchamacallit, one of my driving license that I got when I was 18, I looked like an Eastern European murderer. Like, because you're not allowed to smile.
No.
So I'm just like deadpan into the camera, like skinhead, like no beard or anything. Like I don't have any facial hair. I
Dude, I
look
could
like I'm gonna kill someone.
I can send you guys a pic. I got done so fucking dirty. It was like a week before I had like cut my hair, and like I also have like a fucking like triple chin going on in the photo, and it's really fucking bad. And my hair was like sticking out, and the bitch just like didn't tell me that my hair was fucked. And I was like, bruh, because I had a hat on, and I took the hat off for the photo, and it just like it's all bad.
Oh yeah, you like go somewhere and get your photo taken, don't you?
Yeah, we have to go to the DMV.
Yeah,
and
we
get it,
send one in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we send them.
You
The
have to send one in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
bruh.
It's
What do you mean, bro?
like-
I can take one on my phone and literally email it to them.
I think.
Well, that's hype is what I'm saying,
Yeah,
'cause-
Z's bro is like, what the fuck? Why don't we get to do that? Not like,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck.
that's so shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. I want to. I've seen that episode of South Park where they worship the DMV as a place of worship. So I don't know. I heard it was pretty hype.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah,
loves the
DMVs are in
DMV.
fact-
Everyone loves
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, so Lioneagle, how was Kona?
Okay, well, I didn't
Somebody
really,
gets
I didn't really escape the Mickey Mouse capitalist compound all too much. But the one time I did, we went out into Florida and I saw someone who was off their head on spice. Left one day to go to Walmart and I saw someone just off their head.
Hell yeah.
How many guns were there?
I didn't actually. Oh, I didn't see like the gun section of Walmart.
The gun section.
Florida
of
would definitely
Walmart's
be a
my
state that
favorite.
still has gun sections.
It does. Yeah.
Because like
100%.
a lot of Walmarts have gotten rid of theirs, but like Florida, they definitely probably
I
still have
don't know.
theirs.
Maybe not right next to Disneyland. Maybe they probably would have like had a word.
Well, I had a big fucking Mickey Mouse was like, here, lads.
Yeah, Big Mickey Mouse was like, "How about you sell a Mickey Mouse shirt instead of a gun next to my theme park?"
Or a Mickey Mouse handgun.
Ooh.
Brand synergy.
Imagine.
Brand synergy: a Walmart handgun with Mickey Mouse ears.
But it's like instead of the thing you used to aim, it's just between the two ears. What do you call it? Like the iron sight.
It's actually got 3 barrels in the shape of like the Mickey silhouette. But yeah, it was a really fun time. Yeah, I went to Disney World Orlando and did Universal Studios as well while I was there. It was a fun time. Spent a lot of money.
Classy.
But yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, went to Walmart actually a couple of times, and then
You lied to us.
yeah, I did lie to you. I lied to you all. If I
Did you
lied
go
to
to
you,
a
make sure
Taco
you
Bell?
like and subscribe. No, I didn't go to Taco Bell. I only went to like 3 fast food
damn it.
joints. I went to the holy grail of everyone's favorite, like moral compass wise, fast food of Chick-fil-A.
Of course. Never done anything wrong.
And it was really weird when they said like have a blessed day afterwards. I was like,
Oh.
I was like, that's just wrong. Shouldn't be saying
It
that.
is wrong.
Don't bless me.
Start burning.
You just reply like praise Satan and just like right off.
That's sick. Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, I still love that shit. But yeah, I had some chicken and Chick-fil-A sauce. That was pretty hype. And then I had a Nathan's Greatest or Finest like hot dog.
Nathan's Greatest. Yes.
Nathan's
Oh,
Greatest.
man.
And then
Have you ever watched the Nathan's hot dog eating competition?
No.
Oh man.
I could understand
You
why
gotta
people could have a competition eating those though. It was pretty nice.
The greatest American athlete of all time is his name Joey Chestnut. He's won the Nathan's Greatest hot dog eating competition 15 years in a row.
That name rings a bell.
Yeah, I feel like I know that name somehow.
He's awesome. He's so cool. I want to be him when I grow up.
And then I also had was it Auntie Anne's like pretzel dog? That was the other thing I had.
Yeah, the pretzels. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, and then it was mostly like food at like the Disney parks and stuff like that. Like we went to a Hard Rock Cafe and stuff like that.
A lot of. Just a question. Have you ever been to Disneyland Paris?
No, Paris stinks. I don't want to go there.
Good. Yeah.
Paris,
Yeah,
Paris. Like, I'll call everyone out who lives in Paris. Paris stinks of shit. Your country, your capital city is fucking horrific. Sort it out.
I do think you may be in the wrong arrondissement. To break out a little of my French pronunciation. Some parts of Paris are very nice. I feel like we shouldn't overgeneralize.
I feel like we should.
You know what? You're right.
I'm
I take
English.
it back.
I'm allowed to overgeneralize the French. Those cheesy.
So
surrender
true.
monkeys.
Lioneagle's
What's
personal
your-
experiences are in fact for all of France.
Exactly.
true.
Even though as I've just said, I've never been to Paris. Your city stinks, and I will never go there.
To be fair, I've been there. So I've been to Disney World multiple times, but I've been to Disneyland Paris once. Disney World Florida, sorry, Orlando, whatever you want to call it. But I've been to Disneyland once. You can't go once you've been to Florida. It's so shit. It's so bad. And like the people I know are like, oh, I love it. I'm like, yeah, but you haven't been to the real.
Yeah, generally it's when they
real
haven't
Disney.
been to the America one, which is like,
Yeah.
you know,
What's even crazier is you guys haven't been to the real one. Like the good Disney one is the one in California. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it's nicer.
What? There's one in
It's not
California.
as big.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Disneyland is in California.
Yeah, Disney
Not as
World is
big.
in Florida.
In my opinion, it's better. Bigger fan of it, for sure.
Yeah, well, that's more money to fly to the other side of the country.
So true.
Yeah. I mean, you could just go
$44
around the other way, couldn't you?
What, sorry?
Yeah, just fly over all of Asia.
over all of Africa and Asia. Yeah,
Yeah.
way quicker. It's actually
If
a
you're
weirdly
flying
like
from
straight line,
England to
it's really-
California, I'm pretty sure you don't fly over all of Africa. Like, just putting that out there. I don't think that's how the flight path works.
Did anyone say Africa?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. You probably go
Alright, I
over
just had
a
to
little bit of
clarify.
Africa if you go that way.
No, probably not. To
I
be fair.
really don't think
Yeah, you're too
No.
far north.
Yeah.
There's a possible. It depends where you're going. Because
Well,
whenever
if you're thinking about it like a map, you might think so. But if you think about it as the globe, you would, because like you've got to think like the trajectories and things. Like when we were doing the flight path for going there, it's like you literally go over island and just in a straight line through island, and you get to
yeah,
like you just go like down, like across like some of like Canada, and then stuff like that. So you basically just like go across the coast like that.
yeah,
Right.
And that's just like a
you watch
straight
the
line.
map
Yeah.
when you're flying and we're going the wrong way.
Yeah,
Like,
the flight was actually really cool. Like it also had like an above and under like camera that you could view like at all times, and that was hype.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is sick.
I remember whenever I
Wow.
did the flight and it was like you could see outside the plane and shit, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was really good because I'm like fine with like takeoffs and landings, but they are like the bit where I'm a bit like, oh, didn't like that feeling. But that just like made it
Right.
all go away because you can just see it happen in like real time. Like you can see like the wheels go up
It's
and
really
stuff.
cool.
That sounds miserable. The landing, it was far and away the worst part for me when I flew.
Yeah, but it makes it way easier when you can just see like right, it's gonna be right now, and you can just brace for it a bit better.
Do you know what the actual worst part of a flight is? When you got a piss, but there's other people waiting to go for a piss, and you
Yeah.
sort of don't know whether to get up to get in the line or to sit down and wait, and then you end up just fucking it up no matter what you do, and then all
Yeah,
of a sudden you're ready to get a piss
the
yourself.
time you wait in the line is when like there's also people waiting like in their seats ready to go, and then they'll get out before you anyway.
Yeah, they're doing the exact same thing you're doing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh fuck, oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, we went-
Yeah,
got
Chad,
this
I've
close.
never pissed on a plane.
Crazy.
Well, to be fair,
that is
it was
crazy.
like an 8-hour flight. I definitely could not hold on pissing for 8 hours.
Yeah.
So I think my longest was like 4.5
That's
that
fair.
I've done.
I only went like
I
once, so I probably could
also-
do that.
set my flight length record this summer as well. I had a God, I had a subsidized Hebrew school trip to Israel, um, which was it was a good trip. It was fun. Disclaimer: I don't agree with the politics of the Israeli government, and I think what they're doing
based
with Palestinians is very wrong and bad. And I'm happy to expound on that in a setting that's not a podcast called Podcast.
We actually
But
did
what I will
talk about it last week.
I'll say Israel government,
Of
not
course
POG.
you did. Not Pug. While I was on the flight out there, I was sitting next to this guy. Didn't speak English. He spoke Hebrew, and now I speak a little bit of Hebrew, so I was able to communicate with him like a little bit. Like I could get my point across. One time he took like a call, and he made me write down a number for him to remember. While I was in the middle of like watching a movie on my TV. Anyway, I was trying to sleep a little bit. I was in a middle seat, so it wasn't very comfortable. And at one point, it's a 12-hour flight, so like maybe
There it is. I was like,
8
you
hours.
didn't mention how long the flight was.
Yeah, whatever. I wake up to this guy like standing on the edge of my seat, crouched like you know how Mario looks when he's crouched when he gets like real small to try to go in those little gaps.
Yeah.
He's crouched like that, and then as I watch, like I feel like I had this like bullet time moment where I wanted to stop him from doing what he was about to do because he's crouched down and then he jumps from my seat over the guy sitting in the aisle seat to get into the aisle.
That's crazy.
And on his way down, his arm full on smacks the guy sitting in the aisle in the face. And he wakes up and he's not mad. All he goes is, you can just ask me next time. And
That's crazy.
the guy who jumped, since he doesn't speak English, doesn't understand what he's saying. So he stands there for a couple minutes trying to understand what he's being told. And then eventually just goes to the bathroom. But it was kind of a surreal experience. Just waking up with like a large 65-year-old man crouched on the edge of my seat while I'm trying to sleep.
And he just crouch jumps over you both.
Exactly, he crouched. It was kind of-
Doing an
it was
IRL
impressive,
crouch
yeah.
jump to get more height.
Exactly.
Just watch him do BLJ to get across next time.
Yeah, I mean, look, if I didn't know any better, I'd say they based the Mario 64 controls off of that guy's moveset. But,
All right. So,
it
what
was
film did you watch?
a fun trip.
You said you were watching a film on the flight.
Oh, I was watching Shang-Chi and the
Okay.
Legend of the Ten Rings. Yeah, it was pretty good. I like the martial arts scenes.
Yeah, it's one of the better Phase 4 movies that have come out.
And then there's
Yeah,
like
and I
the
think-
final battle.
Yeah, Simu Liu is he was good. I liked him a lot, and obviously I always like Aquafina. She's great. But it was a pretty.
I
good movie.
love her character. I hate her voice. It makes me want to unalive.
That's what's unique about her. She's like that's her voice.
I don't mind Aquafina in Shang-Chi, but I can't stand her in the Disney one, Rhea and the Last Dragon, or Raya, where she plays
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
she plays like the like the genie character, like the secondary like funny character,
Of
and it's
course.
just like I'm like no, I can't deal.
But I feel like that's like exactly her role in life is to play the comedic relief character.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's something about her in that role where it's just not, like she was way better as that comedic side character role in Shang-Chi than she was in the
True.
Disney sort of side character role.
Have you guys seen what's that movie called? Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That's actually what I watched on my plane ride. I watched
Yeah.
two of the most critically acclaimed films of recent times of Everything Everywhere All at Once and Morbius on the plane ride.
What a fucking dichotomy.
That's so sick, dude. Did you enjoy Everything Everywhere All at Once?
So good. It had me laughing so much. It was such a funny film.
It had me. I laughed and I cried.
Yeah.
I think
It
that's
is one of
kind
the
what you want from art.
It's one of the first movies I've seen in a long time where like I literally have no notes. I think it's virtually a perfect movie. I cannot think of any way to improve that movie.
I think it's just that
was
like
incredible.
irreverent and like strange that I don't think you could think of a way of improving it. Like it's like physically impossible to like critique something like that sort of strange and
And it was funny. I had told my aunt that like I thought that it was like a perfect movie, and then she went and saw it, and there was the scene where they're fighting in the office, and that dude needs to do the one thing to be able to activate, and she's like, "Oh, so this is what you think is a perfect movie?" I was like, "Just keep watching. I promise it'll make sense. Just keep watching."
Yeah, no, it was a really high quality movie. I was a big fan.
Yeah, it's definitely the sort of
Really-
movie where like because my girlfriend was just sat next to me like watching like a different film. And then she would like every so often just look over and see what I was laughing at or whatever, and she was like, "This movie's like the weirdest shit ever." Because like
Yeah.
you can watch that movie and then
Yeah, of
see 2
course.
minutes later it's just like a completely different movie. It's like
Something interesting about that movie, the role was originally written for Jackie Chan, and then he turned it down because he didn't think like the movie like had any like teeth and was like going to be successful.
Role of the husband.
No, the role of the main
Role
character.
of the main
oh,
character.
I
yeah, you're
I
right.
liked it being
That's
a
right.
mother-daughter story way
I read
better.
that.
So I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Michelle Yeoh just does such a
Oh my
fantastic
god,
job.
she was incredible. I think that's the best I've ever seen her, but it was amazing. She was really really good.
Yeah. So once you're done watching the American Dad speedrun, now go and watch Everything Everywhere All at Once.
So true.
and then watch Morbius.
Yeah, and then watch Morbius.
Did the trifecta.
Although if you want to do
I
it the way I
can't
did,
believe it's
watch
already
Morbius
morbing
first.
time. That's crazy.
I also can't believe it.
Yeah, I would recommend watching Morbius first. Otherwise, there's just no way you'll get through Morbius after watching Everything Everywhere All at Once. Go from like a really cool concept, clever movie that's done really well to just the most bland superhero shit you've ever seen.
Then finish the podcast.
Then come back and finish the podcast, and then get a
Yeah.
12-hour flight to Israel.
What did you
Go
what
meet
did
this
you-
guy.
You know what? You know what else happened on my flight to Israel?
What happened?
So, gosh, an hour into the trip, like we've been in the air for maybe half an hour. There was half an hour of sitting on the runway. Both of the guys sitting on either side of me start unwrapping like their own lunches or their own dinners that they brought on the plane, and what is like? Tell me what your horror neighbor plane food is.
Please tell me they had like tuna salad sandwiches.
Yeah, tuna pasta was what I was
God.
thinking would be like the worst
Yeah.
thing to
Was
mix there.
one guy had a tuna sandwich, one guy had an egg salad sandwich.
Oh.
They both had pickles, and, and both of them had like dishes smothered with capers. And then to top it off, the guy to my right, the one who like ended up jumping over me later, pulls out, I shit you not, an actual can of anchovies, and just starts popping them in his mouth one by one by one. It was absolutely insane.
I went on a
I couldn't
camping
believe
trip in 2020, and one of the guys on the trip, he brought like anchovies as like his fucking thing to like sustain himself. And I was like, "What the fuck is your problem?"
Yeah, it's so good.
I think I'd rather have someone like spilling over into my seat and digging their elbow into me for the entire flight than have someone sat next to me eating anchovies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's more rude.
I will say the guy with the egg
Pretty
salad,
rough
he was
there for a
based.
while.
Did you see any like
He was
hidden
nice.
cameras? Because that sounds mental.
Seeing any hidden cameras?
Yeah.
Thankfully not. No. The guy to my right, actually, both of the people sitting next to me had flip phones. So I don't know
yeah.
if they were
They were
type
gamers.
I'm jealous.
Exactly.
Or drug dealers.
Yeah, definitely burner phones.
No, I think they were just both old Jewish men.
Yeah.
a good
I unironically had a flip phone until 2016, just because I thought it was like a cool and quirky thing to do. Because I was like a pick me in
and you
high
were selling
school.
drugs.
And I was also selling drugs, but it was mainly that I wanted to be a pick me, and I was just selling drugs from my real account. That was my flip phone.
You were selling drugs from like an iPhone 5.
The only app that was on it was the beer one. The thing you tip up the drink. That was the only app that he had.
And
Phone.
Indiana
I
Jones
saw the
whip app.
funniest. I saw the funniest tweet the other day where it was like, all the Andrew Tate has been banned from format.
Oh, I love
Yes.
it.
was Andrew Tate has been banned from the beer simulator app. I mean, I just could not stop laughing. It was so good.
So, I love the like niche fucking mobile games. Like Andrew T has been banned from like Paladins Online. You're like, fuck,
Yeah.
So
no.
good.
Paladins Online.
Curly
no.
really out here disrespecting the Paladins community like that.
Hey, I've never heard of it.
Andrew Tate has though, which is why it's an issue for him.
Yeah, that's actually why he went on Tucker Carlson and like was like trying to like pick himself up. It was 'cause he wants to get
We
back
need to
into
make-
Paladins.
We need to make our own. Remember the horse MMO that Stan's played on stream? It's Andrew Tate has been banned from
Can we
whatever the fuck that
can-
game was called.
Can we ban?
Sounds like he
Can we
would
ban him from
not be
Stan's
banned from
VIP?
Oh,
Rocket
shit.
Slacker like a huge like player of that game. I think that was like
Oh,
the
yeah.
lore behind the
They
game.
are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rocket
that's
Slacker was.
Yeah.
They got their friend to like
Right, to
log
give
on
Stans a
to
good
get Stans the
horse.
horse.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, what mental stuff. There's also been so many suggestions for him to play horse games. Which makes me laugh. The suggestion is just Rocket Slacker every other day being like a reminder to play fucking like Horse Simulator
Yeah,
2012.
it's
It's the
literally-
best one or some shit.
Right.
It's literally just what's the game sim one that like one person wants him to play. The one where you like the team fight manager. It's team fight manager and horse game
Right.
now. That's all he gets requested to play.
Sounds hype.
Yeah.
I think I've
Fucking
only
send me the
asked
link. I'll play that game.
I've only asked him to play Scrabble like once in the last month. My numbers are really going downhill recently.
Yeah, you'll barely
Damn.
even seen that in the barrage of play horse games.
I do not get the played up hype.
It's
I
so
watched like
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
I was
Play
gonna-
for a second. I didn't get it at all.
See, I was literally gonna pay for you to play it with me.
I mean, I'm down to do that if you want to do that. I don't get the hype.
Did you never get it with like Overcooked either?
No.
I don't like Overcooked.
You don't like
Overcooked.
Overcooked? Wait, you don't like Overcooked?
Yeah, how do you not like Overcooked but like played up? Those are the same game.
They're not the same game.
They're the same.
They are the
What
same
was the
game.
one where?
They're not.
What was the one where like Stans played with Ludwig, Cutie, and Atriarch, and they were on like a raft?
The Raft.
Raft.
No, I don't think Cutie
Oh
was
no,
on
no,
Raft.
no! It was a cooking game. It was a cooking
I think
game.
I think
that's
that
Overcooked.
yeah, that must have been Overcooked.
that
then.
Overcooked
That's
or was
Overcooked.
that? Okay, cool. Yeah, that game was sick as hell.
Yeah, it's basically this. I don't know why Curly like doesn't like one but likes the other, but they're basically just the same game.
They're not.
They
Not at
are.
all. Not at all.
The only
I
difference.
like Overcooked
so
and I don't like Played Up.
so
So,
play
Can you automate your whole setup in Overcooked?
so play up's different is like because it's like a roguelike. That's like the difference.
Yeah, no,
rather
but
than
no,
set
but you can
stages.
also you can automate your whole setup to the point where all you need to do is move the food from one spot to the other. I think that's really cool.
So you want to play the game so you no longer have to play the game. Got it?
Yeah.
Curly becomes the biggest powerhouse on modded Minecraft. But it's all about automation.
I think that process is quite fun. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. Do you like games like Factorio and things like that then?
Yeah, I do like them. I just don't have the patience for them a lot of the time. Like it's one of those I'll play it once and go, I like that.
That's fair. I guess like because you only have to play for like because it is like a roguelite. Then you don't have to play for that long for the automation process. So.
That's why I like colony building games as well, and it's just a small version of that to a degree. You have to manage things and all that kind of crap. I don't know, and you can I don't know. It looks really fun.
Yeah.
okay. I've got about half an hour left before I have to leave. Do we want to do the tier list?
Yeah.
now?
Let's zip our way through this. So our favorite moment of the podcast that we always like to do every single week is tier list, and this week it was my tier list, and we're going to be going through DreamWorks movies, everyone's favorite 3D animation production company, and also some 2D.
True. I can't think of another rival. Fuck you with your fucking Lioneagle transition on the podcast. No free clout. No free clout.
I don't know what you're talking about. So
about?
we've got someone's here who is already
That looks like mine.
already fucking wrong on the perfect.
Well,
I wrote it as a perfect movie.
That snail might be fast, but
I decided that I hadn't seen all of these movies. It's been a while since I've seen the rest of them, and I don't want to be blasé. I don't want to be milk toast, if you know what I mean. I decided to rank the movies based on how good I think the posters are.
Okay.
Okay.
Just because that
Oh.
required the least effort. I could just look at the thing that was on the website and then put it into a tier. But let's hit the highlights for a second. I think the How to Train Your Dragon the original How to Train Your Dragon poster is the best animated movie poster I've ever seen. It's just like so sick. Perfectly framed, perfectly set up. I mean, it's a piece of art. I would hang it on my wall if it didn't say How to Train Your Dragon on it. And the Turbo poster, I mean, what's more metal than a bunch of snails that are racing? It's like so sick. I just think it looks cool. My amazing tier, penguins are dope. The Captain Underpants poster is just amazing. Like that's you can't beat a man in his underpants on top of a building. And then I think the Kung Fu Panda poster is a classic.
Okay, an issue I have with your poster. What is wrong with the Boss Baby poster?
Boss
I
Baby's
think
in
the
it.
baby fucking sucks. And I don't like.
Now,
was
see,
also-
That's fair.
it delivers on exactly what it says it is. You have a
was
baby
about-
who's a boss.
Just because I have a baby who's a boss doesn't mean I have to like the boss baby. Okay.
Are you saying just because he's wearing a suit by default he's a boss?
I heard the Boss
Well,
Baby
no, what-
accidentally shot someone, so...
What I'm saying is you're ranking it off the poster, not the movie. The poster itself has done no transgressions. The poster is doing
But I don't
exactly
like
as
how it
advertised
looks.
what it's supposed to.
But I don't like how the poster looks.
Yeah, at no
Like-
point did he say practicality of it. Like, oh, it's very impractical that the big pandas at the back.
He thinks
and,
the baby looks... He doesn't like the way the baby looks. And that's
I think
that's
the
like
baby
the part
looks
where there is a
stupid.
and that's
I feel like
That's
you're letting
all-
your feelings on the movie cloud your judgment on the
That's-
poster. The poster is
Okay,
actually
I
fine.
think-
Dude,
well, I
that-
think you
It's
should shut the fuck
it's
up. Anyway, if we go down to my awful tier, in retrospect, I probably should have put Chicken Run lower. Because I hate the way his stupid face looks. Over the Hedge is just like whatever. El Dorado. Okay, I'm gonna self-censor on this one. The terrible tier. I generally think that most of the Shrek posters are really bad. But this one is probably the worst offender because it's so busy. I mean, there's just so much going on. It's not pleasant to look at. Shrek the Third, same kind of issue. I don't like the background. It's pretty bad. Wizard in the top left looks really pervy. Roots has the same issue. It's too busy. Monsters vs. Aliens is just lame as hell. Should do something different than just stand there.
You can barely even see the alien.
it's a
So even on
poster.
practicality for that, like
Yeah, it's just monsters.
yeah, where's that? I can see the alien off in the background, but that's should be like a big monster versus an alien, like either side of the
It's very
poster.
true. Instead of just the monsters. Rolls, stupid as hell. I don't like it. Boss Baby, as we've already expounded upon in depth, I think the baby's face is stupid, and I don't like how it looks. Ants. The real bad thing about ants for me are the facial expressions that these ants are making. I don't know what it's supposed to convey. Nothing good to me. I feel like it's creepy. I feel like it's a little bit lifeless, and I feel like
So he describing the
looks like-
poster or Woody Allen?
Oh my god. Anyway, I feel like these two ants look like taxidermied like statues of an alien. I don't know. They're just weird. And then I just think the horse looks stupid. Just like look at the facial expression on the horse. It looks like it's smiling, and horses don't do that. Yeah. That's kind of the big hits of my list. Yeah.
The only other egregious thing I see is that you have B movie critically low.
It's in good.
I've
That's not
moved in the
low.
good tier.
It is a perfect movie without flaw, so I don't get why it's not in the perfect tier.
Okay, is it also a perfect poster without flaw? And I think
Yes.
not.
I'm down to slide it under the what's it called? How to Train Your Dragon, but it is better than the Turbo poster.
I'm gonna say it. The fact that
you
the
are
fact that
just
Mr. Peabody and Sherman is anywhere other than like awful, just on any merit, is also like
No, I said this earlier before the movie start or before the podcast started, but I had a crush on Sherman's girlfriend, and she's in the poster, so it's like.
Oh well, that's fair enough then.
And Da Vinci was really cool in the movie. I liked him.
Da Vinci?
Anyway.
Okay.
Classy Da Vinci.
Yeah.
I got a clip of me following the Voros twins.
I love those guys. They're awesome.
Now you need a clip of them following you.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Honestly, their Twitch presence is kind of small. I feel like it's not unrealistic for us to reach out to them and get them to do content.
That's absolute fucking
so
horse shit.
sick.
There's no
So
chance.
shit.
Dude, they're like 70 viewer Andes. It's like surprisingly not a lot.
Yeah, I don't
no,
think
but
I don't
that's
think we
not
could
their
get a
platform.
70 viewer Andy.
We can get 70 viewer Andes
Can we
for sure.
get the veil?
I don't think we could get a 70 viewer Andy on this podcast that isn't somewhat connected to stands.
Yeah.
Think we could get Afghans?
My favorite thing.
No, for some reason I feel like we can't get Afghans.
Not anymore. my
Oh,
favorite thing
before he went
Because it's
full-time, like, 2
it's been
years ago.
cancelled. No.
on the last podcast before we started recording, Connell briefly mistook me for Lioneagle.
Nice. What happened? That's so.
He went, oh yeah, it's editing for stands. Like, that's what you do, right? I'm like, no. Not me. I'm just a guy. He's like, oh, I'm like, that's Lioneagle. He's not here.
But yeah. So, anything else standing out on your tier list there, Truthmane, or are we good to move on?
I mean,
I feel like there's a lot of like generic posters that aren't too
yeah.
bad, aren't too
The one
good.
that I want to like call out specifically for being egregiously mediocre, is How to Train Your Dragon 3 and Kung Fu Panda 3. Like I feel like there could have been so much to work with, and instead it's just like it's whatever. Anyway,
Fair enough.
that's my tier list.
You missed this was in one of the podcasts where I talked about how no sequel has been good since Cars 2, and that's fair. Those came after that, so I can see why you'd be disappointed.
Just to be clear, it is including Cars 2.
Yeah, it includes Cars
Yeah.
2. That was the downfall. That was the
Cars-
downfall of every sequel ever.
Cars 2 was the peak of sequels.
Yeah, that's
The
where it all
prequel,
went.
if you will.
Yeah, the peak.
prequel, yeah. That was
Right,
the moment
so-
it all went downhill. That was the
here's,
2000.
here's the next one with the Shrek tier. Who's
This
the
is
next
mine.
one? Okay.
So I just did mine based on the movies, exclusively the movies. There's Shrek 2.
Jumping ahead a bit, but the Epon, the category at the bottom there.
It's no backwards.
Yeah.
Shrek just has its own category. I've actually specifically put the Shreks in order.
No,
But,
the incorrect order. What the hell is number
Yeah.
4 doing in the second place?
yeah, I realized that I fucked it up.
Oh,
Because
that's all right then.
Yeah, because I was like, oh shit, oh, I need to actually get mine on screen because I can't see it right now. 1 second. Because I remember being like, I'm gonna put them in order, and I think I did them the reverse order or like something wrong. Because I remember
There's-
being like, that's not right.
It's wrong, but it can't be reversed either.
Yeah, no, sorry, it's Shrek 2, and then swap the middle 2.
Swap the middle. So then it goes
Yeah.
Shrek 2, Shrek 4, Shrek 3.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And if anyone disagrees with me, fuck.
I think you have
crazy.
4 a little over. 4 actually, I think does get second place. It should go 2, 4, 1, 3.
I
Oh,
think
that's
four's
that's
good.
that's what it does go right now. So you think it's right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
close. I think honestly, between 4 and the first, there's not that much of a difference.
What
Like-
happens in 2?
Two is where
What happens in 2?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
that's where they go to far, far away. That's like the one where like everything good happens. I mean,
That's where Donkey fucking in the thing and then meme.
that's where Donkey do the thing and in the meme.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah,
that was like one of the first like IRL memes. Everyone would just do fucking.
Yeah.
and it's like where fucking big. I'm not even called Gingy. It has a name. What was the big fucking
Mondo.
Mundo? And then the music plays and it's like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
need a hero, and then they're like going up towards the castle. And you're like, fucking let's go.
Yeah, and there's the
And you get Fairy
yeah.
Godmother as like unironically just like one of the best villains in animated cinema ever,
And an absolute baddie on top of that.
and an
That's my
absolute
worst
baddie.
track.
Oh my God.
Did you say that's the worst Shrek?
I think that's my worst Shrek, you know.
Oh my god.
What's it like having dog shit opinions? Have you seen the third movie? The third movie
So shit.
honestly it shouldn't even be up in the Shrek tier.
My favorite. I'm sorry.
I'll say I don't hate number 3.
No,
What?
that's when the babies come in. That's funny.
Like
No.
I'm not saying that it's not the worst Shrek, but I'm saying it's not the worst film ever.
Alright,
Well,
what
I think it's
happens
alright.
is Fiona is like, yo, I'm preggers, and Shrek is like, right, I'm out. See ya. Literally, she's like, I'm pregnant, and Shrek goes,
That's why I like it. Shrek's such a relatable character in that one.
Funny. He's a funny guy who hates his like.
He's a funny guy who hates his wife.
Justin Timberlake as King Arthur is fucking cringe and awful.
It's not the fucking 1970s. It's not every boomer ever. Actually, maybe that's why you got boomer humor. You're like, oh, hit wife, let's go.
Jodie Notorious wife here.
Yeah,
So true.
that's me.
Look out, Rochelle.
I'm coming.
Jodie and Truthmane are coming to your house.
Truthman, don't do eyebrows like that when we say that you're coming to the house.
No.
Amazeballs. I actually like the first two Madagascars. I know people didn't like the second as much.
I love Madagascar too. That's the
Yeah.
we've talked about it before. It ruined me. It's where I got the doing the stupid number joke from. Like 2 to 5, 25. Like I got that from Madagascar too.
No,
So stupid.
You've actually given. Can I go back and put Madagascar 2 lower because it did that to you?
the How to Train Your Dragon franchise on a whole, just goated. It's just so good.
Fair.
The next one I've got is it's just underrated in general. Maybe I'm saying some hot takes. I feel like no one gives the Prince of Egypt. I know we did just talk about how hype it was. I feel like it doesn't get the respect it deserves. Actually, fucking hype. So good. And Bible.
And Bible.
So
Good.
good.
Wait, are you saying that like it's good despite of Bible or good because of Bible?
Both.
Both. Okay, fair. Well, actually
That's our
fair.
side, baby.
So I always come out on top.
Road to El Dorado, goated. There's that one scene where the guy gets the blowjob, and it's very funny. If you know, you know.
Also, not Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, sounds like it could get away with being Bible. It could probably make the cut. Over the hedge.
Not a
Bible.
blowjobs in the Bible.
Well, not the unpublished version.
It's crazy. I see a Bible movie that you place a little bit lower than the others.
Megamind.
You got BB down there? That should be in Amazeballs. So I just don't get what the disconnect was.
Questioning Megamind was the funniest one. Megamind? Oh yeah.
Over the hedge. Bible movie. Basically, it's all about gluttony. Yeah, you know what it is. Death, 7 deadly sin. That's what the actual topic of the movie is. Joseph's fucking multicolored swag coat. Fucking goated.
That's actually not a Bible one, funnily enough. It's crazy.
What?
They came up with that by
Joking?
themselves.
Yeah. No, the weird thing is, Kung Fu Panda, actual Bible story. Do you know Jack Black wrote one of the books of the Bible? And that's why he's in the movie. Isn't that so crazy? I just like Jack Black, so I love Kung Fu Panda.
Sinbad. Sinbad's definitely a Bible movie. It's literally called Sinbad.
Yeah. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the Bible, to let you know this is like the Bible, like truncated version. This is like TLDR Bible.
What we've learned from Kelly is that he thinks that the Bible is underrated.
I actually have said this before. I think they could probably just adapt so many stories from the Bible in the movies, but like not tell people it was from the Bible, and they'd probably do good. Some of the stories are pretty good. You're a meme. All of these movies are memes.
Fuck you.
B-movie.
B-movie is cinematic masterpiece.
Fuck you, Megamind's more than the memes.
Yeah, I heard it's actually not a bad movie, but it is more known for just the no bitches, like fucking people with big foreheads. Like that's just what Megamind is.
I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm fairly sure Megamind as a film that like people know is more popular than the no bitches meme.
I don't think so. Have you not seen the picture?
Unironically, just a really good movie.
Have you seen the
Like, mine
picture?
is also just a really good movie.
Have you seen the picture of Andrew Tate where he looks exactly like Mega Man? And that most recent interview thing where people just chase him blue and he looks exactly like him.
No,
No,
but-
like no bitches eyes.
No Bugattis.
Penguins, literal meme. The next category is the not for me. I can appreciate. I'm not saying they're bad, but they're just not my cup of tea. Chicken Run. It kind of freaked me out when I was a kid.
Same.
The
If-
chickens just looked a bit too like ugh.
Curly.
And then having them
Cur-
run through the machine that like literally kills chickens and turns them into pies. A bit much for a kids movie, I'll be honest.
That's also fair.
Curly, as a Northern Irish gentleman, do your views about anime animation reflect the other views of Northern Ireland? Or does everyone, other people over there love it?
What do you mean?
Because if everyone agrees with you, and if everyone in Northern Ireland says not for me, I think Northern Ireland should go and be part of Ireland.
Oh no, that's not true. I feel like a lot of people here love chicken.
Oh, well,
I just don't.
that's all right then. You can stay.
Yeah. Flush away cringe because they all have these weird accents.
that's cringe, weird British accents.
Yeah. I don't like Wallace and Gromit really, but I can appreciate
Oh my
why
God.
people like Wallace and Gromit.
That's actually heresy.
Yeah.
Terrible.
No way.
I don't
Hey,
like
Curly,
it.
base take.
That's the
Yeah.
worst.
I'm
See,
sorry that you feel
They
that.
also have these funny accents, like Kung Fu Panda 2, just shit. But,
two,
like,
that is the worst take I've
Wrong.
ever
Two,
heard.
two is the best one in the trilogy.
Two is
and it's not
infinitely
close.
Two is infinitely better than 1 and 3. Like,
yeah, well, you said that.
2 is literally on par with like Shrek 2 as like some of the best things DreamWorks has ever done.
I actually changed my mind to put Madagascar 3 to no, because I remembered that I've seen it and it was shit.
I've seen it and I can't remember it. It's that bad. Like,
Yeah, I remember
There's
thinking,
like-
oh, I think people liked it, but then I remember back and I go, no, I think it was just shit.
well,
Just because of that song.
yeah, the only thing I remember is the fucking Afro Circus song, and I want to kill myself in a video game. In the
next
Madagascar
one-
3 video game.
I think if anyone disagrees with me on this, they're brain dead. All of these, maybe Bar Rocket Slacker, who probably loves the horse one. These are all shit. Answer's
I
shit.
feel like I've heard people say Spirit's alright. I've never seen it, so I can't really comment.
Yeah,
but-
Spirits I might not seen one, but I also
Sharktail
don't like Spirit
is-
because it made too many horse girls.
Fair. Monsters vs. Aliens is shit. It scares me that it's a Seth Rogen, the fucking voice is like
Of the blob,
He's
yeah.
on the blob.
blob.
Yeah.
And he goes all the time and you're like, stop.
And then there's like the scene where he like wants to like have sex with some jelly.
Yeah, well, you know.
Right.
I agree with that though. Everything else is shit. Ants, Bug's Life, but shit. Spirit, don't care. Shark Tale, actually dog shit. Like, actually so dog shit. It's not even funny.
My favorite scene was the one where the fish slaps the zebra from Madagascar.
Yes. And the rest of them I haven't seen, so.
Keep Gloria's name out your fucking mouth.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's me.
Alright.
So
Nice.
stupid.
Next we have me. This is my one. Aardman is perfect, can do no wrong, apart from the stuff they've made more recently. Early Man is hot trash. But classic Aardman animation films are the bomb. And then Road to El Dorado is like the biggest comfort film I have, and it's literally the reason why we're doing this tier list. It's because I was like, oh, DreamWorks, I bet they don't have the 2D stuff on there, and then I saw that they did, and I was like, well, this is what the one we're doing. But such a good film. Amazing soundtrack by Elton John. And you know, everyone loves the Lion King soundtrack, and it's just like as like straight hot fire as that. Like Chicken Run, I mean, it's just the Great Escape with chickens, but it's still really good. Curse of the Were-Rabbit, like such a good film. Came from like, you know, like all the Wallace and Gromit shorter films, and then they went like full theatrical, and like it's just all like stop motion animation. It's so cool. Flushed Away, again, that's probably a bit of like a nostalgia spot for me. Like probably just came out at like a really good time for like me to be like interested in that sort of film. Then Amazing, like we said, the sequels to Kung Fu Panda and Shrek are just like peak, just not quite hitting those same tiers. We've got a bunch that I just sort of think are pretty good, average. Then down to mediocre, we've got like,
Again, B movie critically low. I fucking hate all of you.
that's because B movie's fucking dreadful. Like,
So good.
we've ignored saying it. It's the most boring fucking movie I've ever watched in my entire
It's
life.
4 different movies in the same movie. How is that boring?
It's for
Wait
shit.
10 minutes.
It's
It'll be a different
just-
movie.
What, are you saying that B movie is comparable to Everything Everywhere All at Once? 'Cause B movie is literally, like its name says, it is a B movie. It is utter shit. No one wants to watch a boring fucking animated movie where Jerry Seinfeld plays a bee and sues the human race. What a boring fucking premise for a fucking movie.
And has
You're
sex with a woman.
crazy.
Yeah, but he also fucks Patrick Warburton's girlfriend.
Just because he cuckolds Patrick Warburton, that doesn't give it. That's why it's in awful, not in abysmal. All right. So, Boss Baby, a bunch of shit. Rise of the Guardians is on there, and I've put it in bad. I know a lot of people quite like that one, but I just think it's just really boring.
Rise of the Guardians was like my childhood movie. Like, I watched it so many times as a kid.
That's fair. But I think I was a little bit too old for the DreamWorks movies at that point.
Yeah, you are
And,
kind of like a
Yeah,
boomer,
bit of a
you know, in some
boomer.
ways.
You know, I've got one of the 2D ones up there, so that kind of shows how much of a boomer I am. Yeah, then Home, abysmal. Ants, I mean, anything with Woody Allen in would never get better than awful anyway, and Ants is just hot trash. And then I've not seen a lot of the 2D ones. Basically, I watched Road to El Dorado when I was young, and then didn't care to watch any of the other ones because Road to El Dorado was so good. And my little child brain was like, I like this one. I will keep watching this one.
How big of a character is Shell in Road to El Dorado?
She's there's the 2 protagonists, and then she's a third protagonist that comes in a little bit later.
Gotcha, because all the Rule 34 is of her.
Yeah, they should really call it El Dorado.
Road to El Dorado, Rule 34.
Look. Fuck.
Also, I mean, you do you, but the other characters in El Dorado are 2 men and a horse, so I'm you're probably lucky that it was about Shell.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But yeah, not too much to say about that one. The only one that I've got high there is Trolls, but I don't know, I just kind of liked it. Or Trolls, if you want to say.
Yeah, having Trolls above B movie makes me want to die.
That's pretty bad.
But Trolls is great. It's got a bunch of pop songs.
You have Shrek the Third above B movie. There's so many worse movies you have above B movie.
Dude, B movie's hot fucking trash.
It's not that bad.
It literally is. It's fucking mind-numbingly boring. But,
Alright, so
and
we're gonna launch a
next one.
Patreon, and one of the first things we're gonna do is we're all gonna watch the B movie together, and you're gonna have
I'm
a wonderful
down.
time.
I mean, I'm not, but I'm down.
We should launch a Patreon.
We can't. We have 26 subscribers.
We're 5 of them. At least. I'm fairly sure there's noticed the VODs and everything to get in there as well. But yeah, so this is yours, Jodie, I believe. I think this is the right one. I only sent 2 through.
The one with main crew on it, yeah.
Yeah.
My tier list is basically, I've been invited to be in these movies. And this is these are my positions in the movies.
Dude, Jodie's age showing with the "Who are you" at the bottom.
Yeah.
Just every 2 do you want? Just nope, don't know who you are.
Zoomer spotted.
Yeah, Zoomer detected.
Yeah, I viewed none of them. Rise Guardians, whatever it says. Rise of the Guardians. I've heard of it, but
Oh yeah,
I
and Rise of
watched-
the Guardians is down there.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So,
I'm not gonna lie.
Offending all of us by putting the 2D ones on there and Truthmane's favourite.
that's actually kind of fun.
Listen, Truthmane's favorite. He's in main crew. I want to be friends with that dog. That's so cool. A lot of these Captain Underpants, that's cool.
Mr.
I want to
Peabody and
be
Jodie.
Captain Underpants. Yeah, same with Trolls. I had a good time watching it. Just being a little guy singing a little song. Everyone's dancing. Fun, you know.
So in B movie, are you a B or are you the woman that Jerry Seinfeld falls in love with?
Oh, Patrick Warburton. You could be Patrick Warburton if you wanted.
That's a difficult
Jodie
question.
could have her bitch stolen by a bee.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't want to be Patrick Warburton because then I wouldn't be able to hear Patrick Warburton.
So true.
I would have replaced him.
Just in my mind, if I'm in the B movie, I'm like one of the Bs who's like nearby all the time. Like a lot of the ones underneath the main crew are me there, but not there enough to be involved, so I can just watch the film in real life.
Okay.
So you want to be in Shrek the Third, but you only want to watch Shrek 2?
Yeah.
No, so Jodie's one of the main characters in Shrek 1, takes a back step in Shrek 2, and then comes back with full force for Shrek 3 and 4.
Exactly, because
Jodie was tied up in other projects around Shrek 2's release. So.
Listen, when I think about Shrek 2, I remember Puss in Boots was there, they sang Living to Be the Loca, and nothing else happened. I'm sorry.
That's insane.
That sounds goated.
I just...
Missing out on
like,
so many good bits of the film.
I can't remember them. I remember Shrek 1, Shrek the Third, and Forever After. I remember so much. And that's why I want to be there for all of it. Second one, I can miss it. I don't want to see Big Gingerbread Man, you know. Keep me out of that.
Well,
if you
don't like the Big Gingerbread Man, he dies in it as well, so you can enjoy it for that reason.
I just don't want to be there. I'm afraid. And the same goes for like Kung Fu Panda and Madagascar and How to Train Your Dragon. I'm the main character for one of them.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but at least it makes sense for like Kung Fu Panda. It's like you start off there and then slowly you like get put sidelined.
Yeah, that was my mindset. In the beginning, I want to be there. The first,
And then you died in the first How to Train Your Dragon movie.
Yeah, I come back as a ghost in the second one.
No, you're not. You're not in 2 and 3. Look, you didn't participate. You got killed off.
I'm killed off in the first.
Is this the update that you did? Did you?
Yeah, no. The update I did was I moved Shrek the Second from not participating.
Oh, okay.
Being there.
Guys, I just want to note that I've got to go in like 5 minutes.
No worries. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Could you like stay around just a little bit longer until we at least finish the tier list, so you don't like leave in the
Yeah,
middle
you
of
know,
the
I'll stay till the rest of the tier list. I do want to see the fuckability tier list that Notice the Z is going to do.
Well, I won't leave it too long. I'm just like,
yeah,
Madagascar 3. I'm sorry. I thought it was epic.
Wait.
Easy way than
Why is Madagascar 3 in the top 2? Why is Madagascar 3 in the top
They
2?
go to the circus. I don't want to be at the circus. I want to be with the guy wearing the afro. That's so fun.
Right, on to Notice Z's tier list. No, so you want to be a... So, in Turbo, are you a background snail or are you a background human?
In Turbo, I'm just a guy in Turbo.
You're just there.
I just want to see the
You're just one of the
snail.
people who say, wow, that snail's
You just
fast.
want to live in a world where snails race.
He's one of the Snoop Dogg snails.
Yeah, exactly. That's my life. And ants is one of those ones where it's kind of like, again, I'd like to be a human, just to like watch the ants do their thing.
I definitely not want to be a
Step
chicken
on
in
them
Chicken
to make the
Run.
movie better.
I
That
know
would-
I
that
wouldn't
would
want to
be
be a
best.
chicken either.
No, I definitely don't want to be a
What?
chicken in Chicken Run.
That's fair. That's fair.
No.
But yeah. Truthmane said, do you want to be a human in ants so you could step on them? Make the movie better.
I just
No,
feel like
I
that would
can't-
improve
what?
the film
Yeah.
significantly.
Yeah, I could do
Could
that.
you imagine
know?
if ants just like there's just like 10 minutes of like the fucking boring ant talk with Woody Allen ant in the bar and then they just get fucking squished
So good.
and then just credits roll.
Yeah, a lot of these are like, I'm not gonna lie, it's not in order of my favourites.
Also, Jodie,
it's
who mega lolling
close.
the entirety of the Bible,
Whoa.
including Santa Claus.
I'm just like, I'm a hater. That's the-
Don't say I'm a hater when I said that you hated on the Bible.
I'm a hater.
So based. Totally fair.
And that's why.
Literally the
I
person studying religions, I'm a hater of the Bible.
yeah, I just ignore my degree. No.
Actually, just watch those movies, Jody. You don't even need.
Yeah,
to be
why are you even
great.
going to college?
It's-
Just
it's-
watch the Dreamworks Bible movies.
It's like hate watching. Jodie's doing a hate degree.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason. I'm actually like the
She-
nastiest person there is.
She was doing it to take up a slot on the course, and there would be one less person doing the
Yeah.
course.
That was my plan, but there's like only 8 people on my course, so it didn't really work anyway. But,
Still stopped
Yeah.
it being 9.
You're trying to get them all to quit. You're like, yo, this is really shit. Am I right?
Yeah,
Honestly,
exactly.
Hinduism did it better.
Damn.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some bold takes in this one. Let's see what Z's come up with.
Oh,
All right. So
All
here's
right. Okay, so it's
the moment we've
it
all
is
been waiting
sexual.
for. It is based on how fuckable the main character's dad is.
main
It's the
character's
eighth
dad.
arch if you
Okay.
will.
So close, dude.
Yeah, when Truthmane was guessing, I was like, "You're not."
Yeah.
Fuck. So the bottom row, as far as I can tell, none of these main characters have dads. What's
What are you
crazy?
fucking talking about? You put the Prince of Egypt down here. He canonically has a dad in the fucking Bible.
He does, but he's not in the movie. His mom is in the movie, but his dad isn't in the movie. What took me so long to do my fucking tier list was googling everyone's fucking dad.
Wait, what?
this is
What the
getting
fuck?
crazy.
Wait, who the fuck is Wallace's dad? When is he showing up? That's not a thing.
So with that, it just had Wallace as number one dad. I was like, close enough.
let's go.
Wallace is his own father.
Exactly.
Dude, for Joseph's dad fucks.
That's
They have
true.
Relatives, so canonically, top shagger.
He does have a load of relevance. He's incredibly relevant.
No,
Also,
relatives.
Spirit's dad is a black stallion. He also fucks.
You put a horse in DILF.
Of course.
So you would have liked
also-
the Horse Rule 34 from Road to El Dorado, right?
So,
I'm the demographic.
so how have you worked out Madagascar 1 and 2 in Hot and then 3 in No Dad in Canon? Who,
In Madagascar 2.
Because
I-
I was gonna say,
I
the only one that
understand-
should be in there is Madagascar 2, honestly, because
yeah, I was gonna say I understand Madagascar 2 being in there for that reason, but I was wondering if like there was a dad in Madagascar that you were using.
Yeah, no, one got misplaced. That's my beat.
Okay, that's all right.
All
the House of Trinity Dragons is always Hiccup's dad.
yes.
Although
Yeah, dude, stoic. He's so cool.
is he in 3?
Oh, because
Hiccup's
doesn't
mom is in 3.
spoilers? Doesn't he die in 3?
I thought he
Or
died.
doesn't Stoke?
Is it 3? I know he dies in one
Died?
of them, but I thought he died at the end of 2.
I think he dies in 3, and that's why he goes on his quest for his mom.
Ah, okay. Well, it doesn't really matter, but because he
Right.
still is an absolute dad. Well, not still not dead.
Yeah, but so with attractive but not my type, the Crude's dad and the Troll's dad are basically the same character. If you look at them side by side, they're just like unkempt. I need someone who's like a little more like well mannered, honestly. Fucking which one was it? I googled Susan's dad from Monsters versus Aliens.
oh, he's just like a dude.
Fucking-
Yeah.
Yeah, awful. I googled the fucking the alien Sheldon Cooper's dad in Home. Awful. I have Santa Claus as Jack Frost's dad. Basically his dad. Awful. Mr. Peabody's Sherman's dad is just like some fucking business dude. Awful.
So is the boss baby dad though. So
But he's not like full
Oh,
like
God.
fucking like suit, slick back hair.
No.
He's just like kind of a guy.
Yeah.
Inoffensive.
also a question about Kung Fu Panda. Are you
Yes.
always counting like the duck?
It's always the duck. Of course, it's the duck.
I was just wondering
Kung
if
Fu
at some
Panda's
point
great.
in 3
The D in DILF
yeah.
stands for duck.
I was just wondering if Kung Fu Panda 3 it swapped to Big Panda Daddy.
With a panda, true.
But that's fine. Who's the father in Flushed Away? The one in the wheelchair. The one in the wheelchair with the full body cast.
That's nuts.
I googled flushed away dad, and I was like, oh, that's a fuckable rat.
That's the only dad in that film, though, right? Like you do mean the wheelchair rat with a full body cast, right?
Let me. Why I Google rat? I meant to Google dad.
Google.
Yes.
Flush-
Body cast.
Yes, that's one. That's how he got the cast. Just for
So I
straight
didn't
focus.
realize he was in a cast in the photo I looked at. But
Yeah,
you know what?
he's in,
It remains.
he's in a wheelchair and a full body cast with his arms T-posing.
Yeah.
And he's in the DILF tier.
That's crazy.
So so Shrek the Third is the only one where Shrek becomes a dad. So I guess that's why that's there.
Yes, Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Shrek is the DILF in Shrek the Third,
Yeah.
and Shrek 2, it's Harold. And he's meh.
And then in Shrek the Fourth, his kids cease to exist again, so he's no longer DILF.
That's so basic.
That's so funny.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Apart from like Sinbad, I think was the only one you went talked about. But you just put him in mid, so.
Sinbad Dad. God damn it. Yeah, so when you Google Sinbad Dad, you get Badir, because there's some fucking anime where there's a Sinbad character. So finding Sinbad's dad was...
There's literally a Sinbad anime.
Okay, well, that was part of the annoying part. Alright, so who's Brad Pitt's dad in the thing? Hold on, we have to go to the Wikia.
Also, I'm throwing it out there. Wallace should not be his own father in the tier list. I'm trying to think.
Sinbad,
there is
trivia.
there is technically a father in Over the Hedge because there is the dad of the hedgehogs.
Right. True.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, his King Dimas is... he's the prince's dad.
All right.
King Dimas, Sinbad. And yeah, I don't know, he's got like the beard.
What do you think
the
about
fucking-
what do you think about Eugene Levy Hedgehog from Over the Hedge?
I love Eugene Levy.
There's a hedgehog in Over the Hedge.
Yeah, Over the Hedge hedgehog father. If I Google Over the Hedgehog, if you will.
Oh yeah, I guess there was also the possum dad in Over the Hedge.
Oh yeah, the possum dad as well. He's a good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, possum dad would be in Hot.
Possum dad, father of Angela Levine.
Oh, and then yeah, no, you're right. The hedgehog
Avril
dad
Lavigne, not
goes in DILF.
Yeah, Hedgehog.
So yeah, move Over the Hedge up to DILF.
Hedgehog dad is DILF, and then he's also Eugene Levy. So
He's also... So yeah. Those are the so fucking one of the things I wanted to comment on with my tier list is that like Pixar makes like absolute milfs, DreamWorks makes absolute dilfs.
Oh, God. Together and we'll have the best parents of all time.
also Shag Tail is in DILF. That's one we glossed over.
Lenny the Shark's dad, Robert De Niro.
Robert
Shark
De
is a
Niro,
dilf.
Shrek Daddy. And then Megamind's dad is just like older Megamind, so
Yeah, he's got like
Yeah.
the beard and everything, fucking sexy.
He doesn't need bitches. Yes, bitches.
he actually fucked their planet to death. That's what happened.
Speaking of
So, yeah.
fucking planets to death, thanks for joining us today on the LSF Podcast.
So true.
Yeah.
Looking real.
Yeah.
It was fun having everyone back together. I feel like I haven't laughed like this during a podcast in quite a while.
That's because I've not been on the last two.
it's the Truthmane difference, I think, honestly. If we're being honest.
Yeah, I'll
Not
say
to discredit the Truthmane difference, but I was thinking, I was like, so I'm a loser, and like Lioneagle and Curly are actually just like two of my best friends, and I like talk to them more than like I talk to pretty much anyone else. And so like I was like actually excited to hear from Lioneagle because like we hadn't really been like that like active in the Discord because he was in America, and so I was like actually like, oh my god, I guess Lioneagle's gonna be here. So
I guess I'm here too. Me and
Oh,
Joe.
no, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Curly had your week away. You went away, and then we came back and we listened to all your stories.
That's fair. That's fair.
but yeah, so
Okay.
nice family reunion. Hopefully we can do more of these in the future.
So another 22 episodes, and we'll see Truthman again.
Yeah, tune in. We'll be back for episode 44.
I'm
But
excited for that one.
Yeah, thanks
It's gonna
for
be a good
watching,
one.
everyone. If you've watched all the episodes so far, make sure to like and subscribe because you definitely did like it. Because why the hell are you still here if you didn't? You've got and if you haven't yet, go watch all the movies and YouTube videos we suggested you watch during this, and join the Discord for gifts of Pokemon.
True. You might not have realized, but you actually have homework from this podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll
Do
expect
not
a report in the comment section.
Do
and
not
we'll
come to the
critique your
next
guys'
episode
comments.
without watching Everything Everywhere All at Once and Morbius. And also,
There will
while
be a
you're at
quiz.
it, Road to El Dorado as well.
And the American Dad speedrun.
And the American
And
Speed.
come in the
Oh, yeah.
Discord and post your 3 favorite Pokemon gifts. Sorry.
Or
Yeah, do that
Pokemon.
as well.
Either or. That's
Or
fine.
Pokemon. Yeah.
Pokemon.
See
The-
what
The only thing is they have to be slightly sexual.
The Pokemon ones, not the Pokemon ones.
So it can only be Lopunny or Gardevoir.
Or Vaporeon.
Yeah.
Of course.
So true.
Oh,
So what they say about Vaporeon